Eddie Murphy and Company. And now we're back with, you know, this guy. Mike Mackay is back, and he's brought us yet another one of his creations from the sculpting mind, from the mind of Manolo. Oh, that's a camera commercial, but this is. Tell me about it.
Well, this is another one that won all the national competition.
He says very.
Well,
very off the cuff. Yeah, we won with this.
Well, we were talking that after we get done with these faces, Lisa's working on faces right now. Next week we'll bring in a whole bunch of faces and we'll line them all up. But we were talking about going into cars, so I thought we might do a little rundown on some of the cars that we could do. And this one won all the national competition, and what made it unusual was the fact that...
Wait, before you say that,
okay.
Tell me what it is that they judge. What the judges look for specific things.
When they, number one, when it's got to be hand sculpted entirely out of clay, no other materials, just clay, which keeps them really, you know, very fragile. The other thing is all of the painting on it has to be all done in glazes. And the other thing they look for is originality, something different, something that'll turn your head around.
Maybe some imagination, and maybe even some humor.
Yeah, and just something that's just different, you know. And what made this one different was I sculpted it out, a little Keystone van. You can see the robbers are coming out of the inside of it and everything. And if you look at the van as a whole, there's a lot of sculpting in here, a lot of detail sculpting. And what had happened was, as I was taking it down to enter it into competition, I was running out of time. I didn't have a whole lot of time to get it down there. And I hit a bump on the freeway. And when I did, the wheels on this side broke off. And I felt that just put me out of competition. All that work down the drain, I mean, that did it. So I stopped at Thrifty's, I picked up some glue. I got in there about a half an hour before the show started, glued the wheels on, crossed my finger, and the judges said, well, you've got to put it into entry now, you can't spend any more time on it. So I took it into the exhibit area, which is, you know, a very large room, and I set it on the table, crossed my fingers, and walked out, and just as I went through the door, I saw the wheels fall off, and it just tipped just as you see it now. And I thought, well, there went that. It just wasn't meant to be. And at that time, I'd won national competition 3 years straight, and I felt like, well, so much for that. What happened was, as the show opened the following day and I went in to see all the wins, mine was on the winning circle, had won all the national competition, and I thought, what? And the judges that I'd talked to came up to me and said that Keystone van was just great, but the way you had the wheels falling off was fantastic. Says that was the added touch. And I go, oh yeah, sure, okay.
And you really want us to believe that you've got that kind of luck.
Oh, I do.
Maybe we shouldn't be sending in this coupon for Patricia to win $500,000. Maybe we ought to just send the $1 to you.
Oh yeah, that's all I need, $1. I can do it.
This is utterly exquisite, and this was the national competition, so it won. What would you call it? Hold it still.
Right here?
You're driving Russ crazy.
This is, it's just national competition fine arts. And before I did the sailing ships, this is the kind of thing that built my reputation as a fine art sculptor. Next week I'll bring in a fire truck. Similar humor, but we were talking about getting off into cars, and these cars to sculpt really aren't that hard to sculpt.
Can we do some? Can we do one of those?
Yeah, what I want to do is I'll show you a gumball car.
I don't even want to watch. Don't drop that, okay?
I'll show you a gumball car that I do here. And now this is the car that we're going to sculpt on the show. And I hope that the sheriff's department out here have a sense of humor. We will find out.
That's their SWAT van. Except I don't know. This is the radar part.
Yeah, yes. This would be it. And again, now this is a very simple car. This one is the one that we'll start sculpting. I'll show you how to lay out the clay and how to sculpt it. And it's a little C-cab similar to this.
Now this is all out of clay, right?
This one, the one we do won't be a gumball machine. This is, this one here was just, that's it, take the gum.
Sure, mine, he's free.
And you might have to give it a little shake.
No, it's okay.
So this one is the style of car we're going to do. And what we have to do is we'll start out with the clay laying flat, roll out with the rolling pins like we've done before. So to get into this, they're going to have their clay, you know, we get at Bottega's.
Okay, how much clay do you need? Because we'll have all the materials ready next time, right?
One bag of clay.
A bag, is that how it comes? Like
Yeah, and it's
1
usually
pound or something like that?
that's $5 for 25 pounds. You could probably make 4 of these cars out of that, but it's very
Is
inexpensive.
this solid? I guess it is.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you need?
Okay, a rolling pin to roll the clay out flat,
Just a regular old kitchen rolling pin. Right?
and paper and a pencil, because what you're going to do, if you look straight at the side of this, we sculpt this. It's like making a wooden box. That's how we do this thing. We do 2 sides, we do a back, we do a front. And this is what we'll be working on, is one of these. And we'll go through making a mold so they can cast them. What's great about these, see, if you've got a business, you can put your business name on the side of them.
Now, this isn't glazed, is it?
No, this is plaster. This is cast in plaster.
I have mine at home that I got for Christmas. As I've got thumb picks in the pinball part of the thing, and I can't get them to come down the little chute. Maybe you can augment that for thumb
Tell everybody
picks,
out
for
there my
guitar
gumball
thumb
machines are defective.
picks. No, I mean, well, how many of them have thumb picks in them? But anyway.
Thumb picks. Huh?
Okay, is there anything else? We probably ought to have some pencils, and see, I'm starting to learn this stuff. Some sculpturing, some of those high-tech
sculpt tools.
sculpturing tools, like pencil and a clothespin and a toothbrush.
Yeah,
and
something, yeah.
few-
Well, we need a knife. Gonna have to have a knife.
How about
on this
that?
one.
Now, this doesn't have any. Does this have glued parts on it? Are we going to need some of that glue stuff?
Yeah, we'll need some clay clutch. Now, Shekels, who's doing all the firing on in Quartz Hill, who's doing all the firing on the faces, they have the clay clutch out there. And the clay clutch is how you stick, like I say, like a wooden box. That's how you stick this thing all together, is by using this clay clutch. I think that's about $1.20 a bottle or something. They need 1 bottle of that. The rest of it, like I say, as we go through it, I'll kind of give them steps as we go, because I don't want to give them a whole lot too fast, you know.
Yeah, that's so we can
And-
take notes and stuff.
And anyway, now we go on to these face things, because like I say, now this is what Lisa's been working on and stuff. We've got your face. It's not finished yet, because I want to do your face a little bit different. But what I want to show you, you see, is that after we did your face, well, let's see, maybe I better get this out of the way, huh? You want to get that out?
Whatever it is, it's about 90 seconds.
Oh, okay, we can leave it there. Okay, so what we did on this, we had your face, we poured plaster over it like that. And after that was done, we pulled this face out, which left that cavity. Now, out of that cavity, when you pull it out, comes this. Now, working with this, we can change this into anything we want.
Or you could just make a whole bunch of those.
And
Maybe I could market those.
yeah, I felt since I'm using your face, you know.
Maybe there might be
Yeah.
some retail value here.
Oh
don't
yeah,
you think?
oh yeah. Oh, I think we could work
Yeah.
something out,
Sure.
you know. And again, now just to give you a fast face on this, rolling out some of my clay, we can take, like on your face, for instance, we did the branches and roses. You know, remember that one? Well, we can take like something like this, let's say, and you wrap these little round things like this, see? And then you wrap this round part. So you have to always individualize stuff, you know? And by
Yes, that
doing
I have
this-
noticed about you.
Then by doing that, we could probably take this, you see? And we could almost put a snake hat on you.
You know, I knew you were going somewhere with this, but I wasn't sure. I should have known. Mike, thanks for being on the program. We'll look forward to doing the pinball. We'll call it the pinball van. I didn't know what was. Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
But anyway, like I say, using that same face, we'll do this. I'll finish that one up for you, but I just couldn't resist the one doing the snake wrapped around, because
All right.
you know, it's just kind of such a natural.
I'm never going to live that down. Michael, thank you very much. We'll start. Sure, why not? We'll start next week with the gumball van, and you have a safe trip home. And why don't you hit some bumps so you can get another first prize? Okay.